all you savvy guys and girls. We are still in LA this week for some more super savviness. It's red carpet to real life. Bring it. Guys and girls, I'm here in award season in LA having a fabulous time with the beautiful savvy Valerie Donati. Hi.
Hey, lady.
How you doing?
Good. How are you? Isn't this an exciting time of the year?
It's so exciting. And I love it. I love it. I love award seasons. I love being all razzle-dazzle. But I have to say, I love any excuse to get fancy and go out and do something fun.
You know what I'm loving right now?
What?
Your smoky eyes. Can you tell me about that? How'd you get that? Yeah, I can see it.
Well, I would love to take all the credit, but Chang-Babaian, our regional lifestyle contributor, she taught me how to do all the creases and the special and make it smoky and fabulous. It was super simple.
Really?
You want to see how she did it?
I do.
We're going to watch.
Okay, let's do it.
Take a look. Okay, so we picked out the dress, we have the bling, and the final and most important touch, the face. And who better than our own regional lifestyle contributor, Chang-Babaian. Thank you for coming here and being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Well, okay, so I cleaned my face, and I'm ready for you to just savvy-licious my face up for the red carpet. Oh, yeah. It's a word.
So the one thing that you want to think about when you're doing a red carpet look, and right now I think a lot of people like that smoky eye, and you're going to see it a lot on the red carpet. You always do every year.
Yeah. Smoky eye. Look out, Beyonce.
So for the smoky eye, you want to make sure to pair it with a fairly nude mouth. You don't want to do smoky eye and red lips. That's a big, big no-no.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So let's get started.
Like just overkill?
It's just overkill, and it's very 80s. And if you want to go for the 80s look, that's fine. But, you know, when you want to do that red carpet look, stay away from it.
Okay. Now, what's the key to, like, testing foundations? I always get overwhelmed when I look at 500 foundations.
I know. Everybody talks about, like, doing it on the sides of the wrist, doing on your legs. I don't even know how they test makeup.
Yeah.
But what I like to do is, like, on your jawline. So you're basically going to add a little swipe right there. And, you want to make sure that it kind of, like, goes uniform with your neck, with your chest.
Okay.
I do so much print that when I look at foundation and when I do a face, I want to make sure that the face is uniform. It's not like white.
Okay.
You know what I mean? When you're applying foundation, you want to apply foundation downward. You have tiny, tiny hairs on your face. So you want to make sure that you go with that.
Go with the grain. I know it's weird, but if you want the most flawless look you can get, then that's the way to do it. What happens if you don't?
It just doesn't look as smooth. The application is a little bit rougher.
Okay.
And especially with foundation, you want to make it look like you really don't have it on. You just want to look like you have flawless skin.
Do not overdo it. It's the secret to all good makeup. Let me say it again. Do not overdo it. Seriously, I'll be knocking down your door if you do. So I notice you're putting it over my eyelids.
Yes.
That's important?
Absolutely. Because what happens is that a lot of times the eyelids have a little bit of like redness. Sometimes you might have a little vein. And we want to have,
the vein.
Yeah, the red little spider vein that comes across the lid. We want to make sure that it's smooth. And not only that, when you put a little bit of foundation, not something too heavy. Because sometimes, especially if you have a little bit of lines on your lids, it's going to make it look a little crepey. But if you do like a smooth foundation, it's actually going to make the eyeshadow appliance and last a whole lot longer.
Got it. Now, I've heard that if you put a lot of foundation under your eyes, it can crack and stuff. Is there a way to prevent that? Like give you lines and weird things?
Don't do too much powder.
Don't do too much powder. There's a tip for Hollywood.
That's the biggest thing. Foundation is not necessarily going to give you cracks. When you put the powder on top of it, that's when you're going to see like all the heavy lines and crackling.
What do you do for if you have blemishes or quite a, like spots that you need to cover up? What's kind of a main secret for foundation?
You can actually definitely, like if you just have a little bit of like discoloration, like a little bit of redness, you can actually do a second layer of foundation. And the way you do that, you just take a little bit more foundation and just tap it on.
Okay.
But more than likely, that little redness or discoloration is going to need a little bit more, so you're going to do concealer. And I like to do concealer after foundation.
Foundation first, concealer second. Nice. Okay.
And that's where you want to do your splurge. Right now, I think it's probably like a $10, $12 foundation, which is fantastic. It's a silicone base, it goes on very smoothly. Where you want to really splurge is concealer.
Savvy tip 470. Invest in a good concealer. You can go cheap for foundation, but do not skimp on concealer. Your face will thank you for it.
The expensive concealers are actually going to last you a little bit longer than the expensive concealers because you only have to use a tiny, tiny bit.
That's good to know.
A little trick on there's sometimes, like with the eyes, there's a little bit of redness on the outer corner.
Yep.
And just angle it up a little bit and put it instant eye lift.
Ooh, really?
It erases, yeah.
Instant eye lift, no surgery required. Okay, so I noticed that, and this is always the case, you can buy like a 4-colored palette. Where do all those colors go? Like sometimes I'm like, you know. So generally, depending on what you want to do, we want to actually kind of open up the eye, we want to draw the eyes out. Okay. So wherever you want it to be more open, you're going to use a lighter color. Where you want to draw it out, you're going to use a darker color. So for your eyes, I want to bring them out, make them a little bit more cat eye. So we're going to use the darkest color at the end and the lightest color at the beginning of the eye. Okay, great. Taper your colors in your eyes according to the type of eyes you have. Do not go for a single flat color. It does nothing for you. Okay. So I'm going to do kind of like a olive green smoky eye. Yeah. Now we're going to add a little bit of black. Ooh, okay. Basically, if you just add a little bit of black. Yeah. To any of your eyeshadows, you can get a nice smoky effect. Nice. Okay. And the key is to just start with very small amounts. She mixes her eyeshadow with more of a foundation color, such as black, to keep the color palette the same, but at the same time give it a range in tone. Okay, so I noticed you're using Great Lash, which is just something you can get at the drugstore, right? You know, Great Lash is actually one of my favorites. Really? There's a couple of drugstore brands. Great Lash, L'Oreal Voluminous. You'd be surprised at the Oscars or Golden Globes how many people like run up and try to get up to Voluminous. But yeah, there's great mascara brands at the drugstore. Did you get that? Great Lash and L'Oreal Voluminous. Famous actresses walking the red carpet using $5 mascara that you pick up from your local drugstore. That's red carpet to real life, baby. Fabulous! Okay, I love it! Sexy. Smoky. Thank you so much. It was my pleasure. I really appreciate you coming and doing my makeup. Of course, my pleasure. I am so ready. I feel super confident. You look fantastic. Okay, so we have the venue. We have the clothes. Then we have the makeup. And I think maybe it's time to party. What do you think? Let's do it. It's party time next week? Let's do it. Next week, party time. What?